We are live. Hello, everybody. We're going to get started here in just a moment. All righty. Are you ready?
I am ready.
Awesome. It is 7:01, so I want to make sure we get started on time. So,
Right.
welcome everybody. My name is Megan Pinkney, and I am founder and CEO of Joseph's Ministry LLC. And I have the honor and privilege to be here with Brittine'y Franklin. How are you doing, Brittine'y?
I am good. How are you?
I am doing great, won't complain. So before we dive into the interview, can you tell the people a little bit about who you are and some of the amazing things that you have going on in your world?
Absolutely. I'm Brittine'y Franklin. I am the founder of many businesses. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I also have been in ministry for almost 17 years now, from the evangelistic side all the way to pastoring. Own currently two businesses. So that's a little about me.
Yes, I
A
love
lot.
it. I love the bit. No, look, I love it all. I love business. I love talking to people with business mindset. So I'm really excited to dive into this interview today. So we're going to dive in a little bit deeper about your ministry, about your business endeavors, and what that looks like, and how you can actually help people on today. So tell
Okay.
the people, how did you actually get started in business?
So in business, that goes way back from the time I was probably, I say probably a preteen, maybe 10, 11 years old. I've always kind of had a knack for business, how to make money, how to duplicate it, and what could I do to make sure that I could own my own. So I've always kind of had this thing for when I get older and become an adult, I gotta be a boss. How do I do that? So I've always had a knack for business.
Wow. So even with that being said, so many kids these days in the younger generation, they have that same mindset, and I absolutely love it. But I can only imagine the resources that the younger generation have today that you didn't have
Oh,
back then,
oh
and
yeah.
still had that drive and that mindset to be a business owner. So I commend you for that. So, curious minds may be wondering, what was your first business idea, even as a young person?
Oh gosh. My mom's kind of gonna probably laugh when she sees this, but I think I was probably middle school, junior high, and I would take any dollar I made, any kind of allowance, no matter where the money came from, how I got it, I would take it. And where I grew up, we had little penny candy stores on the corner. And I would go buy up the chips, buy up the pickles, Kool-Aid packs, just whatever it was. And I would load up my little duffel bag and I would go to school and I would sell it because I realized that the vending machines at the school was making money that we could have had. And I was kind of mad because it never had the flavored chips and food that we wanted. So I figured if I provided it, then I could make that money, and I would split the money with my friends, and I realized, wait a minute, I'm making more than the school vending machine. So that was probably my first actual business.
Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it, man.
Yeah.
For your mind to be thinking like that. I mean, it's
Oh yeah.
amazing. And I absolutely love it. So even before we move over to the ministry endeavors that you have, so what products and services do you offer today in your business?
Yes. Okay. So, in the two businesses that I have, the first one is Brit Soul Seasoning. which is offered right here locally in the Tulsa area at Oasis Fresh Market. It is a line of salt-free seasonings. So we have right now at this moment, we have 3 different flavor seasonings. That still has tons of flavor, even though it doesn't have any sodium. So if you are dealing with high blood pressure, any kind of heart problems, anything like that that's caused by high sodium intake, that would be a good flavorful seasoning substitute for you. We also have barbecue sauces and wing sauces. On the side of food, I also custom make and design clothing. So prom dresses, casual clothing, t-shirt print, stationery products, pencils, ink pens, banners, whatever you need, anything creative, I could do.
Wow.
Yes, I am a complete creative. So
Wow. I hope you guys are taking notes of all the things that she can help you with.
yeah,
But even Brittany, even with the variety of offers of the services that you offer,
yeah.
is there a way that you do business? I mean, is there a standard that you've incorporated into all of your businesses that you provide to the people?
Oh, absolutely. I don't do business without God. So what I mean by that is a lot of times business owners, they have their foundational principles. My foundational principles are biblical. We just had a workshop here recently at church entitled, it's a marketplace workshop that we are now doing more quarterly, entitled Doing Business God's Way, in which is what I really live by and how I've been able to be successful and multiply financially, and in every area of my entrepreneurship walk. But doing business God's way, I don't do anything without God. If it doesn't make sense, I'm going to God. I'm praying about it. I'm applying scripture to it, and it works. It works.
Wow. Thank you for sharing that. That is totally amazing. I was at the marketplace doing
Yeah.
business God's way. So it was totally amazing. But I'm sure people want to know, like, what is one principle that you can share with the people on today that they can implement into their business?
Yeah, absolutely. One off the top of my head that we even talked about at the marketplace workshop was when it comes to business and whether you have an idea, you have an established business, no matter where you are in your entrepreneur walk, one thing you have to always remember is that you have one purpose but many assignments. And that's so important to know and to understand because what I mean by when I say one purpose but many assignments is that we were created for a purpose. We have one life. God gave us one life to live for a purpose and a reason. When we identify that purpose and reason, a lot of people get stuck on just that one thing, and we set our mind on my whole life is only that one thing. That's the only thing I can do, only thing God wants me to do, and that's true. But there's also those little assignments that add up to that thing. So when doing business or doing ministry, there's those little assignments that will help build you and grow you into that purpose. So I could start a business today, but knowing and understanding my season and my timing for that business, is this a lifelong thing or is this a right now thing? I may be just called to be a mom right now, and I may be called to build something in another season. So just being able to identify that, so having one purpose but many assignments, it makes a difference in understanding who you are, what you're called to, and where you're going to go, what God's called you to go and your gifts.
I
So,
love it. Thank you for sharing. So
absolutely.
those who are watching live and on the replay, please make a note of that so that you can remember and implement that into your daily walk as a business owner as well. So thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
so now let's move into some of the ministry aspects. I hear that you have an upcoming conference. So tell us about what Yes.
Yes, so I'm so excited. We are, or I'm hosting a conference entitled Heal the Leaders Conference. I am so excited about this vision that God has given me, an assignment that God has given me to carry out. Because we're making history with it. We've seen so many conferences and workshops for pastors and leaders and deliverance and healing services, but we have never had a conference established for a full weekend of healing and deliverance catered to the leader. So we had it in Dallas last year. This year we're bringing it right here to the Tulsa area. So I'm really excited about that. Will be happening June 21st through 22nd, where we'll have 2 full days of trainings, workshops. We'll have night services, things like that, but I'm really excited about it.
Oh, that's so awesome. Super
Yes.
excited. So how long has this conference been in works? How many years? How did you get started? Things like
Oh goodness. So with that, if I could be very honest and transparent, I was a senior pastor and I had went through a very rough time, and I kept trying to identify what was a safe place that I could go to heal, with no judgment and not be kicked down by other people for being a leader but hurting and just needing a place to really kind of heal, go through deliverance, be taught, trained, and be really just poured back into without being exposed. And the Lord gave me a whole vision of Heal the Leaders. And at the time, that was about maybe 4 years or so ago. At the time, I didn't really know what it was, what God was, what really wanted me to do, because at the time I was still kind of broken. I was still healing, had went through a really bad divorce publicly, while pastoring. And that could be pretty bad and pretty, impactful on an individual's life. And God began to deal with me and say, no, you're going to lead it. I'm choosing you to carry this baby. And God started kind of giving me the details for it, and I wrote it out, and the Lord told me to wait until I say to release it. And last year he said, go run with it now and don't stop until I say. So this is our second year. I'm excited about it, and we're running. The torch is in our hands. So
wow, I'm so excited. So who are some of the ministers that are going to be at the conference? Do you want to share some of the details?
oh man, yes. So this year is it's gonna be power packed. We have Apostle Katria Bell, I'm sorry, Apostle Katria Bell from Ignite Church Tulsa, right here in the local area. She'll be with us. We have Apostle Rebecca Roberts out of Dallas, Texas. We have Apostle T.G. Garner out of Dallas, Texas. We have Prophetess Christy Littleton from Baltimore. We have Prophet Ugo Ezigi out of the Bronx area. Who else we have? We have quite a few other people. Myself, we have some phenomenal prophetic praise dancers. I'll be speaking and preaching myself as well. We have a full lineup. We have Bishop Antoine Jackson. He'll be coming and he'll be dealing with the creative leaders. So I'm really excited about that. And then we also have a whole marketplace business brunch mixer that's going to be happening, in which we got some amazing speakers that's going to be coming in there talking to the businesses and teaching them how to do business God's way as well, and setting some foundational things up as far as finances and things like that. So it's gonna be power packed. We got some amazing people coming through. So
I see. They're so exciting. So
yeah,
tell the people, how can they register? How can they sign up? How can they
absolutely.
volunteer, donate, all the good things? Tell.
Yes, absolutely. And we are currently right now looking for sponsors. If you would like to sponsor or donate, everything is on the website, www.pbfenterprise.org. You can go there and find out all things about me as well, what all I do, as far as ministry goes, mentorship, all of that. But also find out about Heal the Leaders Conference. Everything's on there. You want to nominate your leader to be sponsored. All of that's there because we do try to sponsor 2 leaders every year. We want to be a blessing as well. But if you want to volunteer and serve in any kind of capacity, you want to go ahead and get your conference ticket, you can do that right off from the website. And if you want to come in a group of 5 or more, we do offer group rate discounts. So,
Nice. I
yeah.
love it. So guys, go out and register, volunteer, do all the things. Joseph's Ministry will be one of the vendors at the conference. So I'm super excited to be a part
Yeah.
and to help move forward the vision of this ministry. So Brittine'y, how can people follow you, follow the ministry, get in contact with you and all the things?
Yes, absolutely. So I am on all social media outlets. I have the ministry page as well as my personal page. But if you wanted to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, or Facebook, is just my name. So Brittine'y F. If you want to follow the ministry pages, go ahead and do that as well on Facebook and Instagram as well. And that's under PBF Enterprise. You'll be able to stay up to date on all the latest, all things. Be on look out for the conference, mentorship program, access, all of that. So make sure you definitely go and follow us so that way you'll be in tune and in the know of what's going on.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So before we end, are there any last words of wisdom that you want to leave with the people, whether it be on the business side, ministry side, or both?
Yeah, so I would just say this, especially concerning Heal the Leaders. You don't have to be a pastor or a senior leader to come to that. It's anyone who is a leader in any capacity, whether you're a leader in your home, your father, your mother, you're a leader in the community, over a business. You're aspiring leader. There's no limitations on that. The conference is open to everyone. And if I was to just kind of give some words of encouragement generally speaking, now is the perfect time to really allow God to deal with your heart in the matters of multiplication and entrepreneurship and really just focusing and honing in on what God wants for you to do right now. As a leader, do not ever feel ashamed or feel embarrassed about saying, you know what, I need some help and I need to be whole, I need healing, all those things, because we have enough leaders bleeding in the pulpit. And what it does is it causes a cycle of hurt and abuse and things like that. So I would definitely just encourage you, whatever you're in need of, do not be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask. And remember to, whatever you do in life, just make sure that you are allowing God to lead you. So
Awesome. Thank
what
you
I
so
would
much for that. Yes, thank you so
absolutely.
much. And I definitely look forward to the conference. So, guys, if you have been encouraged and you just want to connect with Brittine'y and the ministry and her businesses, please go out and follow her. Please support her business. Register for the conference. I'm super excited about that. Reach out to her for real. Follow her and her businesses. But if you find yourself inspired by her being such a serial entrepreneur and you want to just get started and you want to write that book or start your own business, we do that here at Joseph's Ministry. So if you want to contact us, we can help you with that. You can reach out to our website at www.josephsministryllc.com. We would love to schedule an appointment with you and get you moving on your journey. So, Brittine'y, thank you again for joining us. Thank you for your time. It was such a pleasure. Thank you for blessing us with your presence. So, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you on our next business
Bye.
interview. Bye bye.